Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at the BlackHole Toys Solemn Valor version B, or Battle Damaged Majin Vegeta. Finally got mine and I'm excited to take a look at him, but I am also sad to show you all this package because AliExpress really hooked me up in transit with this thing. It is beat to shit. Luckily, it is not a very good package because the window's right here off to the left and the figure is in the center of the box, so half of the image of the figure, although a decent one, covers him up and it just sees a little bit of the accessories. I don't think it's very good. So I'm going to quit crying about this package and we're going to get him out of the package and take a closer look at him. All right, right out of the package, I think he looks pretty good. Let's see how tall he is real quick. To the top of his Super Saiyan hair, he is right at 6 inches tall, but down to his hairline, he is more like 4 3/4, so he is not a tall Vegeta. And of course, the entire figure is about 15 centimeters, so that measures up because he has a really tall hair sculpt. But let's stand him and compare him to a couple of other figures for a minute, and then we'll take a look at his accessories. First thing I want to stand him beside is the Majin Vegeta from SH Figuarts, and I think they look pretty good next to each other. This figure right here, this one really gets a bad rap, and I don't really like it. Honestly, other than it being kind of shiny, it's not a bad figure. It moves really good, but they look really good next to each other. This one's obviously got him in the beef department, but they're actually about the same height. Well, actually, this one's a little bit shorter. Now that you look at the hairline, he's a little bit shorter. Let's stand him next to a couple of others. Here is with the demoniacal fit Gogeta that we just looked at the other day. If you haven't checked that video out, check it out. It's pretty good. And Gogeta towers over him just like he should. And here he is with another SH Figuarts Vegeta. It's just the Awakened Super Saiyan Blood, but it's got the superhero head sculpt on it. And I think that looks pretty good next to each other. And here he is with the superhero Vegeta body with the Awakened Super Saiyan Blood hair sculpt on him, and they look pretty good next to each other. That's very, very comparable. I like that. But just lay him down. Here he is with the full power Super Saiyan Goku, and I think they look pretty good next to each other. Definitely the height difference is pretty good. Let's stand him against a couple of other lines really quick. Here he is with a standard Marvel Legends Deadpool right here, and I think they look pretty good. Here he is. I know they never shared the screen together, but here he is with the Dragon Stars Kid Buu figure that I've done some shading on. I think it looks pretty good. And Kid Buu's probably a little bit too tall, but he's actually from a 6.5 inch line, so that makes up for it. And here he is with the Jada Toys Street Fighter Player 2 Guile. And Guile is a big beefy dude and definitely towers over him. And y'all know I'm going to pull out the Storm Arena Ryu figure just because he is so awesome. But I like the matchup right there. I think they look pretty good. All right, now for accessories, he comes with 2 alternate head sculpts. He comes with this regular Super Saiyan head sculpt on him in the package, and I really like it. It's kind of got like, it's a pale yellow with almost like a pearlescent kind of finish. It looks pretty good. I like the sculpt, nice and tall, kind of wide. It comes with this battle damaged serious face on him, and I really like the blood and the eyes and the seriousness. I think it looks really, really good. He also comes with this windswept sculpt right here, and I think it looks really good too. These third-party companies have been killing windswept hair sculpts here lately. And he's also got, this one has a non-battle damaged faceplate on it, and with him kind of looking down and to his left smirking, like nice and evil looking. I really, really like that. This head sculpt and that faceplate are really good. It also comes with 4 additional battle damaged faceplates. Comes with another serious one with him looking off to his right. Paint and detail look very good on it. He comes with this one right here. It's got a little bit of a smirk and it's battle damaged and looks really nice. Comes with a wide open yelling face right here with some different type of scratches on it and some veins in the forehead. Very, very nice. I think that one is probably the best looking one of the 4. And lastly, it's got this one with some sweat, and this one's not battle damaged either. I misspoke a minute ago. With some sweat, and his mouth's kind of open, almost like he's laughing or something, and it looks really nice. He comes with a plethora of hands. I think it's 12 different hands. Nothing we haven't seen from a Vegeta figure. They all look, you know, sculpted really good. There's nothing, if you own any other Vegeta figures, you've got these. But it does come with this nice energy effect piece right here, and it's just like yellow translucent plastic. A little bit, I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably just where the plastic is like thicker in layers here, but it gives an illusion of it like having some like gradient in color, and I think it looks pretty darn good. It comes with an acrylic base and acrylic pole for a stand, and I like it because the bottom of this stick right here is rounded, so you can put it down in the base and actually move it around and adjust it. I think that is really, really neat. I have one complaint. This is too tall.
Fuck.
Let me stand the figure. He doesn't have his head on, so don't freak out. But here's him standing on that. It's a little too tall for this figure, in my opinion. I wish that the height was adjustable on it. Other than that, a very nice spread of accessories. All right, those accessories look pretty darn good. Let's look at his aesthetic really quick here. You already looked at the head sculpt, but let's look at the body. The neck, at a glance, looks a little squatty, you know what I mean? Like the neck looks like it might be a little short, but there are some, you know, the depictions like in the anime, it bounces around, but this is a little squatty for his neck. Shoulders are nice and broad. I like it. I like the veins that are in the sculpt. I do like the look of the battle damage, even on his body, like on both arms, on one arm and one shoulder anyway. They do put, you know, some cuts on him. I think that looks good. These tattered shoulders, like the tattered sleeves right here, I know that's been a point of contention for a few people. There are some depictions, especially from the anime, if you pull up like stills of that, where there is a hint of like sleeve tatter. I don't personally have a problem with it. I know it'd probably be a little bit more accurate if like there weren't really sleeves at all, but it's not that big a deal to me. This figure, he's nice. He has a nice finish all over him. You know, let's say something nice about him again. Nice finish. He's not shiny. He's not a flat finish per se, but he's not plasticky looking. Not really. I do wish there was some shading.
You get nothing.
But you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. I do like the paint work right here in the upper chest. That's paint, and they did a fantastic job of matching it to the color of that that plastic, so that looks really good. His battle damage all over him looks real good. The cuts and blood on his legs, like in his thigh, on his shin, and in his thigh right there, looks pretty good. Now, there are some battle damage spots, like on the body, on his butt, and on his boots and stuff, that I wish they would have addressed with some paint or something, but not that big of a deal. And the paint on the boots looks solid enough. So, you know, overall he looks pretty good. He's got a nice small waist, which Vegeta did as Majin Vegeta, especially in a lot of images. Look it up. He had a small waist. People complained about the other one's waist being too small, but I think his waist looks pretty good. Nice big broad back and big shoulders and stuff. That's what we know Vegeta for. And Vegeta's got some legs. He don't skip leg day. So his aesthetic, really good in my opinion. Really good. Other than the sleeves, I could live without them, you know, but I can live with them too, so not that big a deal. Let's check out his articulation, because he actually does move pretty well. He looks down pretty good. One drawback: if you push his face down too far, it will pop the faceplate ever so slightly. If you could see that behind his ear, not to the point of it coming off, but it will jar it a little bit. And his head will look up pretty decent. And you can get all kinds of nuance, and that's because if I can get his faceplate off, he is on a double ball peg. I like that all these third-party companies are going to a double ball peg. I really, really like that, because it's just the best way to articulate these figures for sure. I don't like it that they have the faceplate and the hair as two separate pieces. I'm spoiled by SH Figure Arts where the hair and the face is all one piece, but it's not that big of a deal. Shoulders, way past 90, so I like that. full 360. We know that Gogeta back there had a problem with that. And he's got a butterfly joint that will bring his arm across him, so I don't have a problem with the shoulder articulation or engineering whatsoever. Bicep swivel, that bicep swivels. Double jointed elbow, pretty good range, not the best in the history of the world, but pretty darn good, way past 90. And the elbow doesn't look too bad either. Ball hinge wrist, of course. Straighten these arms out so we can see the articulation in the abs. Of course, he's got a diaphragm brake. Here is neutral. It'll lean forward a little bit for you, and it'll lean back ever so slightly. Ever so slightly, because I think that's a ball peg on like a hinge maybe in there. That is not a double ball peg in there, but it'll give you a little bit, and you get a little bit of twist and lean out of it, so that's pretty decent. And the ball peg down here in the waist, of course, that really adds to it and gives you just about whatever you want. So, and that's where most of your twist is going to come from as well, so I like it. Legs, way out to a split, zero, very, very creamy, nice joint system up in there. He can give you a real good front kick. I like that a lot. But they did put booty cheeks on him, so the leg don't really kick back. That kind of sucks. I hate that. I wish everybody would get away from that. He does have a thigh swivel that moves really good. Double jointed knee, plenty of range for me, and the proportions are pretty good. And the knee joint doesn't look bad either. It's based off of SH Figure Art style, so no shin swivel. The ankle is a ball hinge, and it's these usual Saiyan boots, so not much up or down out of them, but not that big a deal. And you get a little bit of rocker. Has a toe hinge. Actually, it's pretty flush right through there, if you can see that. Not too bad. Tons of range, almost inhuman kind of level of range, but not too terrible as far as a toe hinge is concerned. Overall, he moves pretty darn well. I will do, just like for the Gogeta and for the Trunks figures, I will do a comparison with him and the SH Figure Arts Majin Vegeta at some point. Because honestly, just to give some light to that Majin Vegeta from SH Figure Arts, it got a bad rep. But anyways, this figure, my final thoughts on the Solemn Valor version B. I like this figure. I'm not blown away by it. His articulation does blow the Gogeta from Demoniacal Fit out of the water, in my opinion. I will give this figure a B+. He's got some things he could work on a little bit, and they're mostly in the aesthetics, because his movement and stuff is really, really good. So he is a B+. Very, very good figure. I highly recommend that you get a hold of him. I got mine off AliExpress. I assume that you could do the same. But that is all I've got for Majin Vegeta right here. If you haven't subscribed, pause the video, scroll down, give us a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.